ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। या देवी स्तूयते नित्यं विबुधैर्वेदपारगैः सा मे वसतजिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती। यन्नित्यमानन्दमनन्तमेकं शिवेति नाम्ना श्रुतयो गृह्णन्ति। तस्यावतारो नररूपधारी कृपासुदाब्धिः भुवि रामकृष्णः। रामकृष्णगतप्राणां तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारा जगन्मातृस्वरूपिणी। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयात् इतरतश्चात्वेषविज्ञस्वराड् तेने ब्रह्महृताय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तगुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं ऋतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जेति जगति माया यस्य कायाधवस्ते वचनरचनमेकं केवलं चाकलैः ध्रुवपदमपि यातो यत्कृपातो ध्रुवोऽयं सकलकुशलपात्रं ब्रह्मपुत्रं नतोऽस्मि। यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमदितितीर्षतां तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनाम्। यस्वात्मभूतस्य गुरोः प्रसादात् अहं विमुक्तोऽस्मि शरीरबन्धात्। सर्वोपदेष्टुः पुरुषोत्तमस्य तस्याङ्घ्रियुग्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। अहमेवासं ये वाग्रे नान्यत् यद् सदसत्परं पश्चादहं यदेतच्च यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम्। ऋतेऽर्थं यत्प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यादात्मनो मायां यथा भासो यथा तमः। यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु उच्चावचेष्वनु प्रविष्टानि अप्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहम्। एतावदेव जिज्ञास्यं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वयव्यतिरेकाभ्यां यत्स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा। These four shlokas are called as Chatushloki Bhagavatam. This Chatushloki Bhagavatam was revealed by Bhagavan Narayana to Chaturmukha Brahmaji. The essence of the entire Vedic teaching is given in these four shlokas. Etavadeva jignasyam tattva jignasuna. This much alone a seeker of the truth should know. If he knows this much, that is enough for his spiritual and fulfilled life. So what it is, if we analyze, we have seen that other than Bhagavan, There is no second entity. So it has teachings at two standpoints. One is Paramarthika Drishti, another one is Vyavaharika Drishti. From Paramarthika Drishti, the teaching is Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi is the Paramarthika Drishtya teaching. Then from Vyavaharika Drishti, the teaching is Idagum Sarvam Ishvaraha. All that is here is divine. This is the teaching from the relative standpoint. What do you mean by relative standpoint? A standpoint of a learner who considers himself as a body-mind complex. If the learner learns this teaching, keeping himself as a body-mind complex, as an individual, then the teaching is certainly not Tattvamasi. The teaching is Idagum Sarvam Ishvaraha. Then if he is able to go beyond the individuality, go beyond the body-mind complex identity, then the teaching is Tattvamasi. Idagum Sarvam Ishvaraha Tat Ishvaraha Tvamasi. So this teaching has two levels. One is Vyavaharika Drishti, another one is Paramarthika Drishti. Without understanding and assimilating the Vyavaharika Drishti, one can never have this Paramarthika Drishti in his life. Without becoming a Bhaktaha, without becoming a Dharmikaha, without becoming a Sharanagataha, a spiritual seeker can never become Ishvara. So therefore, at two levels, this teaching is given to the humanity. We will see what is the benefit of knowing this teaching. From the standpoint of the body-mind complex entity, what is the benefit for him? What is the benefit for an individual by learning this? So the Shastra says, so many benefits are there. There are so many benefits. In fact, based on this one teaching alone, this entire Sanatana Dharma is practiced in the nation. This entire culture of this Hindu nation is based on this one teaching. What is that? Idagum Sarvam is equal to Ishvaraha. So the entire culture, the lifestyle, all are intervened in this teaching alone. We will take one by one what is the benefit for an individual. First benefit is, by this teaching, he can know with whom he can live. Every individual requires someone to live with, someone to talk, someone to relate. Every individual is in search of someone who happened to be an infallible entity in his life. That infallible entity should be discovered in his life, and that can be done by this teaching. What is the meaning of infallible entity? It is very important teaching. I have dealt in basics of Vedanta also. The Shastra says you have to find out the infallible entity in your life. What is the meaning of infallible entity? An entity, an individual or a principle with whom you can live with whole life. So every individual is in search of that entity being infallible. We want someone to be infallible in our life. I will try to make you to understand. The infallible means achyutaha, na chutihi yasya. One who never fails me, never deserts me, never cheats me, never rejects me. Everyone wants. So an entity who accepts me as I am, who is available to relate with always with me, who is available to guide me, to protect me. So these are all our inner urge. So as an individual, please take a life of a child. When the child comes to this world, first action of the child is what? Crying. Because it has understood that I have come to some unknown place. Because it was cozy in the mother's womb. When it comes out of the mother's womb, full of brightness, so it cannot open its eyes also. So it wants someone to protect. So it cries. Why? Because beats somebody beats that child. Arey, nicely I was living somewhere else, even though I don't know the source, but I was kept safe. Who is that source who has brought me here? With that idea, qua qua. The meaning of qua qua is what? Who is he? Who is he? Where is he? Where is he? Why am here? Why am here? Qua means in Sanskrit, who is he? Kutaha ayataha aham, where I have come. So with this question, the life begins with the supposition or presumption, maybe this person who can protect, guide, to accompany whole life, and who can love unconditionally. Understand? So the child thinks that protecting hands, embracing hands of the mother as maybe this person, maybe this person. What person? Which person? A person who is always with me for my protection and who knows what is the danger for me and who can protect me from that danger and who can love me unconditionally. In Sanskrit, the child is searching for someone who is Sarvagataha, Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvadayalu. To be always with the child, as per child's expectation, the person must be Sarvagataha. Because where child will go, all the place, person also must be there. Then, Sarvajnaha, to know the dangers which may come to the child, the protector must be Sarvajnaha. Not only he can be Sarvajnaha, he should be Sarvashaktiman also. After knowing the danger, future danger, the person, the protector must be capable of protecting the child. So, Sarvashaktiman, the protector must be Sarvashaktiman, and not only that, to love, to share the life, the protector must be Sarvadayalu. Now Shastra asks, where you will find this type of person in your life? Please tell. Where you will find? Take for example, this child fixed one person, maybe this person. Fixed his own mother or her own mother as maybe this person. This Achyutaha, this infallible entity whom I am searching for my whole life, is this person. My companion for whole life is this person. But as even child grows, the child understands. Mother may be loving, but not unconditionally loving. Mother may be accompanying, but not all the while accompanying. Suddenly she disappears. That is why when mothers go away from the child, the mother will keep the saree or kerchief or used cloth, because the smell can cheat the child that I am here only, but actually she is not there. But child doesn't have any other option than surrendering to the mother. It hands over itself to mother completely. 100% Sharanagati, therefore 100% trust, but the trust doesn't continue. The mother doesn't become a trustable entity for the child. According to the child's expectation, the mother doesn't fulfill the expectations of the child. What is the expectation? Sarvagadatvam, Sarvajnatvam, Sarvashaktimatvam, Sarvadayalutvam. Sarvagadatvam not possible. Because if mother is in kitchen, she is not in drawing room. If he is in drawing room, she is not in bedroom. So wherever child goes, mother cannot follow. Mother has her own personal life also. She has to handle so many other people also. And in those days, mothers will have 1-year-old child, then 15-year-old child also. Because 14, 15 children, same single mother will have in those days. So she has to take care of other children also. But nothing is known to the child. All the thing it wants is what? Protection, love, affection. But it cannot be given totally as per the expectation of the child. So it has to be distributed with all. It has to be distributed with all. That is why when one child is cajoled by mother, another child gets anger or jealousy. It will pull the mother. It will come to me like that. Why? Because as even the child finds that love and affection is shared to his own brother or sister, then I am in deprivation. So in the absence of mother, the Gundu child will beat the small child. The elderly child will beat the small child. Why? Because there is a fear. There is a fear whether I will lose my mother, whether I will lose my protector. So I want someone to protect me, to love me, to share with my entire life. For that, this may be, is the first statement towards the mother or father. When the child sees mother is afraid of cockroach, lizard, then the trust is broken. The trust is broken. Oh, she is not Sarva Shaktiman. She is Alpa Shaktiman. Lizard can terrify my mother, so I cannot depend upon my mother when lizard comes. Because when she is herself soon, where the question of protecting me. Then when the child asks, what is this? Rose flower. Why it is rose flower? Because it is rose color. Why it is rose color? Shut up your mouth. Only 2 levels of answers can be given by any parent. What is this? Many children will ask, showing the nakshatra or moon. What is this? It is star. Why it is there? No, it is star, therefore only it can be there. Why can't it come to our house? No answer. Shut up your mouth. So Sarvajnatvam gone. Sarva Shaktimatvam gone. Inadvertently, when the child drops glass tumbler, when it breaks, then immediately mother becomes Rakshasi, Asuri. All Kali, the avatara comes. So far it is Lakshmi avatara or Saraswati avatara. Now suddenly Kali avatara comes. The child is not able to handle. How it is? How? Suddenly he becomes Kali. So the child is not able to come in terms with the mother. What she is? Whether she is Sarvajnaha or Alpajnaha. Whether she is Sarvashaktiman or Alpashaktiman. Whether she is Sarvadayalu or Alpadayalu. What is this? Maybe she may not be that. The child understands? She may not be that. Then expectation towards the father. When mother herself fails, there is the question of father fulfilling the expectation. So morning is in one mood, evening is in another mood. While coming from office, he is in another mood. When the child goes and tries to hug father, immediately all fellows will show their irritation, their humiliation, whatever they got in their office. They will show to the child. நானே டயர்டா வந்திருக்கிறேன். I myself have come with lot of humiliation and tiredness. You are disturbing. Come after some time. You have to find the disappointment in that face of the child. Because it has something to share or tell, but it doesn't bother about what is your condition. You are also human being. You are also subject to tiredness. It doesn't accept. It is overpowered by its own emotions to share without knowing the condition or the atmosphere when it comes. What the child gets? Scolding and rejection and disappointment. Then child thinks, I may be wrong. Because how? My protector may be wrong. The trust is there, na? How my mother or father can be wrong? I may be wrong. Wrong time I have approached it. So like that, one by one, the question is asked, is he that person whom I am searching for? You tell, can any individual fulfill this expectation? When it fails with father and mother, then the same attitude goes towards brothers and sisters. Even though they are competitors, they may be with me because they are more or less with same age. Then the child finds this fellow also is afraid of lizard and cockroach. What is for children? This fear of lizard and cockroach is very unique, you know. They will not bother about big dangers. They will not bother about the gas stove or cylinder, the danger out of gas stove or cylinder. They will not bother. They will not bother about the danger born out of a big drum. But they will bother about this cockroach and the lizard. Who has taught cockroach is an object of fear? Nobody knows. Who has taught lizard is an object of fear? Nobody knows. But everybody fears. If you fear a snake or something, that is different. Cockroach. What to do? But there is no answer for this. And there is no protector also. Every fellow screams. If father manages to kill the cockroach or lizard, he cries for some other thing. How my father brave enough to handle this cockroach and lizard, but still he is crying. He has some other problem. So like that, you have to imagine the child's mind. A child of 2 years or 3 years, you have to imagine, whom to depend upon. That is why you can observe, children will go from person to person. Up to 1.5 years, they will not accept anybody's touch. They will cry. But once they, 2.5 years, 3 years, means because here the expectation are getting failed. So this person may be, that person may be like that. That idea, mode of finding that infallible entity is very active in their mind. So therefore they will search for their infallible entity, and the search continues with brothers and sisters. Then it extends to friends in the school and miss in the school. The miss is there. She may be misser, but for the child, that Mrs. Teacher is miss only. Even if she is 55 years old, Mrs., according to the child, miss only. And whatever miss says is right. The child will argue with parent. No, my miss told this only. The parent have to convince the miss can miss the many things. So, no, she is sarvajnaha. Understood? When the child says, my miss told this only, you are contradicting that when that child says, what is the statement? That my miss is sarvajnaha. More or less 7 to 8 hours, the child is free from fear. Why? Because the child is convinced of protection of the miss. When some classmates pulls the child immediately goes and complains to whom? Miss only. So, Sarva Shaktiman, Sarvajnaha, faith is there. But after school bell ringing, the faith goes. Because Miss says, go to home, tata, bye bye, like that. She also has to go to home, the child also has to go to home. Then the child is handed over to school bus wala. That fellow picks up the child how? With one hand. Like picking up vegetable, he picks up the child in one hand. The fellow doesn't have sensitivity to handle the child's body. He is in a hurry because he has to run the bus. So somehow managed to come back to home. When the child comes back to home, mother is not there in home. He has gone to job. Then only the child remembers, oh, morning itself she told. What mother told, you know? Very funny thing. My dear, when you come back home, don't be afraid of my absence. So go to next home. I have given house key with that auntie. So you go and take that key, open the gate, outer gate, then close the gate. Then open the door and close the door. Then open the fridge and take out that pizza and close the fridge. And put the pizza in the oven and close the oven and heat it and eat it. This is the instruction the child remembered. Now open, close. Open, close, open, close. What to open, what to close? Confusion. The child manages to leave alone. Then only it wants one companion. The companion is Pogo channel, Chin Chang. So along with pizza and burger, the Ching Chang or Pogo becomes a friend. According to the child, in his imaginary, the hero, cinema hero or the cartoon film hero is the hero in his life. These are all stages every one of us have crossed. May not be with Ching Chang or a Pogo, some other person in our imagination. Then such goes towards boyfriend, girlfriend. And they really feel that he is the protector. Many girls say at the age of 14 or 15 that I have found out my life companion. One girl in my school told, I have found out my companion, life companion, Swamiji, I am settled with him. Like that. He argued, 9th standard. Then I told, then you have to wait for another 10 years, Amma. He told, no problem, Swamiji, I will wait. He is the person whom I am searching for, like that. Then I asked this fellow whether he will wait. I cannot tell Swamiji, when my parent put me in another school, what will happen, I cannot tell. But the conviction of the adolescent mind, you have to find out. I don't need any of you, my dear parents, because you are not able to fulfill my expectation. Therefore, I will relate with a new individual whose name also I don't know. There are some adolescent children don't know their lover's name, background, what is his propensities, character, nothing they know. But they are ready to hand over themselves. Both sides. That is called adolescent proud. When the parent or elders try to obstruct it, they will hide this relationship. They will hide their chatting. Understood? All this new technology is there, na? Instagram, that gram, this gram. All grams will help them because they get business. Poor parent don't know what to do because neither they are capable of nor they expected this type of situation in their life. It is very difficult to handle the adolescent children nowadays in the family. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. Neither you can reject nor you can accept. Nor you can discipline. Nor you can convince. So a family, many people will be there, but no relationship with any of them. All will be cheating relationship, untruthful relationship, hiding the facts relationship. Children hide the facts with parent, parent hide the facts with children, husband, wife, wife, husband, what life, what family it is. Because the expectation was in wrong place. Understand? The child understands, the adolescent child understands afterwards only, but it is too late. So that is called love failure. Heartburn. Psychological language, when doctor told, this is called heartburn. How heart attack I can understand. What is the meaning of heartburn, sir? When I asked, he told it. Its very existence is shaken, Swamiji. It is very difficult to handle this separation, even for grown people. Rejection of wife cannot be handled by husband, even after maturity. How can this adolescent child can handle this separation? So it is very difficult, Swamiji. Psychologically, it is very difficult to handle. So it will lead to what? Failure, attitude, and suicide. Not only this expectation is with person, this expectation with position, with education. That once I become IAS officer, I am protected. Everybody will give me respect. All will love me because I am going to be a benefactor to the society. I will do this service, that service. When you ask children, what do you do after becoming IAS? I will help all poor people, Swamiji. When you come and sit in that seat only, the person understands, to help the people, to serve the people, this is not the place. So dejection. Instead of getting salutes from others, this fellow finds himself that he has to salute some illiterate, uncultured, characterless politician. He is illiterate. First qualification to be a politician in Tamil Nadu especially, he must be illiterate. First qualification. He cannot even read few statements in some other language. Not in his own mother tongue. Present day, you see, everywhere. First qualification is illiterate. Then second qualification is characterless, corrupt. Then third qualification is blabbering repeatedly without knowing what he wants to say. You can see. So to that fellow, this IAS has to give salute and stand and whatever he expected from others, he finds himself that he has to do. So expectation gets failure at all levels. Then after marriage, this expectation founds itself. No, this cannot be 100%. However much grand the relationship, however much kind the relationship, even if it is Rama and Sita relationship, the marriage relationship cannot fulfill oneself. Even if the husband is like Rama, even if the wife is like Sita, both cannot be fulfilled by this relationship because one has to reject the another. One has to be separated from another. One has to say goodbye to another. Imagine the condition of Ramji to live 10,950 years without wife. Ramji says, I cannot live without you, my dear. Don't go. Mother said, no, this place is not a quality place to live for my purity. So goodbye to you and to your society. He goes away. At that time, poor Ramji was just 50-year-old man. Mother Sita was just 40 years. And she knows that. He cannot marry someone, he cannot have a marital relationship with someone other than me. I have to give companionship. That is what the marriage vow. Only nature can separate us. That was the marriage vow with every marriage. But what happened? Money separates people. Simple argument separates people. Some fellows get separated because of dog. I come across lot of family stories. That is why I am telling. Dog separates husband and wife. Snoring separates husband and wife. Snoring. Where to find this infallible entity in marriage life? Then the expectation goes towards the children. Govinda, Govinda. Children will act as though they love you as long as they are in need. You also did the same thing. You acted as though you loved the mother or father. Correct? So your children also will do same thing. For that matter, any child will do the same. Because every individual is an insecure person. Please understand. He is chased by Kala Tattvam, Mrityuhu. Yatra Mrityuhu Parasparam. Yatra Mrityuhu Parasparam. This fellow is also insecure. That fellow is also insecure. Where is the question of getting security, peace, and happiness? All the love and affection, care, what we get in human life through other human being is so and so. That's all. That's why we ourselves find we need some other source to love it. You understand now? Because the expectation is too high. But what can I do? I cannot help. To protect myself, I need someone protector. The protector cannot say, morning 5 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock only I will protect. What about evening 5 o'clock to morning 5 o'clock? That is not my duty. If it says, what for protector it is? Suppose the Z plus security is given for many politicians. Na? So if the security guard says, only 12 hours duty, sir, can you call it as protection? Only 12 hours I will love. Balance 12 hours, I don't know. Only 12 hours I will be wife or husband for you. Only 12 hours I will be child or mother for you. Can anyone have this agreement? Will the agreement be acceptable? No. In everybody's expectation, everybody wants everything unconditionally. Everybody wants everything unconditionally. Everybody wants protection unconditionally. Everybody wants presence unconditionally. Everybody wants love and affection unconditionally, acceptance unconditionally. Who is there to provide? Therefore, Shastra points out some entity which can provide all your expectations. Understood? Now you will be convinced that, yes, nobody can fulfill my expectation. Simple expectation of hearing my stories. Need not do anything. Daily I want to talk to you, you have to hear, that's all. Will you hear without talking back? You share your Ramayana, they will share their Mahabharata, or they will be annoyed. Naane prachanila irukren, nee vera. They will tell what? Either they will tell, escape, I don't have time, or they will tell, I myself in trouble. What is the use of sharing your trouble to me? So therefore, in our Sanatana Dharma, they have found out this infallible entity, Achyutaha, Sarvagataha, Sarvagnyaha, being the substance of the entire creation, is Sarvagataha. Being Upadana Karanam. You understood now what is the meaning of material cause, Upadana Karanam? Upadana Karanam alone can pervade everywhere of the product. The clay is Upadana Karanam of pot. The clay alone can pervade the entire pot. The gold alone can pervade the entire jewelry. So being Upadana Karanam, he is everywhere in the Srishti. Ahamevasam eva agre. Understood? Being the intelligent cause of this creation, the designer of this creation, is Sarvajnaha. Being Upadana Karanam is Sarvagataha. Being Nimitta Karanam, intelligent cause, is Sarvajnaha. Nothing can be hidden from his eyesight. You cannot hide anything. He knows everything, he knows. Even when you go to temple and approach him, you pray, approach him, you need not tell anything to him. He knows it. Because he is Antaryami. Antaha Titva Yamayati iti Antaryami. His Amsha is there with you. So whatever you are going through, that entity also goes through. Mamaivamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha. So the entity is in every body, Therefore, he is called in everybody. He lives in everybody. If you have this drishti of this finding this entity which is living in your own body, therefore in living in every body, if it can live in your body, it can live in everybody. So therefore, whomever you approach happen to be the moving temples of that same Lord. This is called Shivajnanam. Sarvam Shivamayam Jagate, Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagate, Sarvam Brahmamayam Jagate, Sarvam Ishwaramayam Jagate. So being Sarvajnaha, Sarvagataha, Sarvashaktiman also. He can protect you. That's what we find in many leelas of the Lord, how he protects Sharanagataha. When Vibhishana comes for asking for Sharanagati, immediately Bhagavan does Pattabhishekam to that fellow. See, the very funny thing is, you have to meditate on that. He has come telling that, I have left my home and brothers and relatives, Sharanam Sharanam Gataha. Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Raghavaya Mahatmani. So as even he comes, why Bhagavan does Pattabhishekam? Because his Sharanagati was prompted by insecurity. Because he knows, Vibhishana knows, no one can live in this Jagat after making Ravana as one's own enemy. You cannot live in this Jagat once Ravana becomes your enemy. He knows that. Wherever you go, that fellow will find out and destroy you. He knows that. Because he is brother. Na? How cantankerous that fellow Ravana is known to Vibhishana. Therefore, out of insecurity, finding a place wherein I am safe. This is one reason. Another reason told by Vibhishana himself is, I want protection for my people, for my nation. Because of one person's atrocity, entire Rakshasa clan is in danger, for which I don't propose. Therefore, protect my people, my nation. Don't punish my nation and people for somebody's atrocity. So Bhagavan says, for both of these insecurity feeling, what is the solution? Pattabhishek. I will not take over your land. Assurance. I will not be a Raja and take over your possession after the death of the Ravana. That means what? Ravana is going to die. So I will punish only Ravana and the supported people. I will not punish the entire Sri Lanka or entire Rakshasa community. Only people who are involved with him in this atrocity will be punished, and you will be the ruler to rule the nation and rule the people. Rule the nation means what? Without people, is there any nation to rule? Island ruler. Island ruler. Living alone. Island ruler. Is it possible? For that, any Pattabhishekam is required? No. Very Pattabhishekam is the assurance from the Lord. Don't worry, my dear. I have accepted you as you are. When everybody told, don't accept him because he is from Rakshasa Kula, he is brother of so and so. Whatever may be, he has come to me. Sakrute prapannaya savasmiti yachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dattam yetat vratam mama. Who can tell? Shastra points out Bhagavan alone has the capacity, Bhagavan alone has the truthfulness to tell this statement. Being Sarvagataha, he can never be absent anywhere. Being Sarvajnaha, nothing is hidden from his knowledge. Being Sarvashaktiman, nobody can challenge him. When he decided to protect you, nobody can challenge him. And of course, his love is really unconditional. Don't you want to find this type of entity in your life as your life mate? That's all. Simple. For your selfish protection only. Not that you are going to become big bhakta or that one. You wanted to get protection and love. And you found In society, in family, in profession, there is no protection for you. There is no acceptance, unconditional acceptance for you. There is no unconditional acceptance in human society for any human being. That is why we try to hide certain things. Why we cannot tell many things to others? Why? There is no unconditional acceptance. If at all we tell to some Swami or somebody whom we trust, we have a confidence that this fellow will not open mouth to others about me, and this fellow will not consider me as a wrong. He will accept me, he will not reject me. Understand? So, all the time, this human mind is in search of this infallible entity, and this is not possible to find in human relationship between one individual to another individual. Nobody, everybody will assure, don't worry, I am there, don't worry, I am there. No fellow can fulfill this assurance. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to tell, Bhagavan used to laugh. Whenever a doctor says to mother, whose child is in operation, don't worry, I will protect your child. Bhagavan laughs. Bhagavan only knows, this fellow is going to be operated night by Yamadharma Raja. That doctor doesn't know. He is going to go through the operation, Mrityu operation. But he gives assurance, don't worry, tomorrow morning 7 o'clock there will be operation, I will protect you. Bhagavan laughs. Can anyone say that I can protect you unconditionally? Can anyone say I can be with you always? Are 24 hours nobody can be with anyone? You try to be with someone 24 hours. However much close relationship, they will be fed up with you. Thona பேசிட்டே. The mother will tell what? Simply blabbering. Mummy, you told that you are going to be with me 24 hours. Okay, I told only. Did I tell that I will hear whatever you tell? She will ask. Oh, that is another agreement. Acha. Being with me 24 hours is one agreement. Hearing whatever I say is another agreement. And after hearing also, not talking is another agreement. Not scolding is another agreement. Suppose when you tell and cry like this happened, mother will tell, Appave sonnalla, I told you, like that scolding is there. The children will hide their mistakes from parents, from others. So who is there? In our Sanatana Dharma, they have built a big house in the town or in the village or in the city, whatever it may be. The house wherein the Lord lives is the biggest one. Till date in law, you know, if you go to Tanjavur, nobody's house can be greater than Tanjavur Brahadishwara temple, because there the fellow who is sitting there is Ishwaraha, Brahadishwara, very Swami. Big Ishwara, Brahad means big. You go and see his physical form. 5 people have to be there to embrace him. That much big form. Brahadishwara. Brahannayaki. Mother also is called Periya Amma, Peddamma. And Akara also, that Murti also you see, not small, big. Why? To give the assurance to the society, we are here, we come to us. You go to the temple of Tanjavur, the entrance will be how much big you see? With all protection. With fort, there is a fort. There is a fort, not for Bhagavan. When problem comes, when people will come to the temple, for temple that fort is there. So Bhagavan is the fort of our life. Bhagavan is the beloved of our life, is shown in our culture. That's the best things are offered to this entity in our culture. By our elders, by sadhus and rajas, Raja Rishis were known about this fact. They knew this fact. Therefore only they offered the best thing for this entity, telling to the society, don't worry, Even if the entire creation rejects you, here is one entity who can never say, get out from me, who cannot reject you. Come here. Talk as much you want, you talk. That entity will not talk. You go and sit in front of Brihadishwara, go and talk. நம்ம தான் போர் அடிச்சு டயர்டாகி வெளியில் வரணும். அவர் அப்படியே அமைதியாக இருப்பார். Any temple you go, you can list your problems, how much time, please tell. Or you can blabber with your worries, how much time. For half an hour or 1 hour. After, Sari Bhagavane. Anyhow, you are there. I have the faith, you will protect me. Comes na? How come? Why it comes? Because Antaryami. He is not outside, my dear. Whatever you told, whatever you produced as voice, before producing that voice, he heard already in your mind as thought. So he gives assurance. Don't worry, my dear, I am there. Jatasi hi dhruva mrityuhu. Sarve kshayanta nichayaha padananta kamuchayaha. Like that, he will tell some philosophy, some example, and he will quote. In his own mind, it comes. This is the fact with every bhakta. One person was telling, Swamiji, I went to temple with lot of confusion and fear. Then after going there, that uncle is there, that Pujari uncle. The Pujari uncle was addressing someone. Kavalaye padadi. Don't worry, everything will be all right. I thought it is Bhagavan's word. How the medicine is given, nobody knows. How the medicine works also, nobody knows. But medicine works. That is why in India, lunatics are less. You know, all Western countries, drug addicts and lunatics are innumerable. Crimes are innumerable, 10 times bigger than India crimes rates, you know. But their population is 1/4 or 1/10 or 1/6. But their crime rate is innumerable. Everybody should hold on pistol with them to protect themselves. Why this pistol culture has come? Because I know that no one can protect me, so I have to protect myself. I cannot even call God for my protection. In India, if any danger comes, what is the first reaction? They will call the parent or relative. When they found nobody has come, Bhagavani, nobody will take the pistol and beat it. Why? The sanity. Pistol cannot protect me. That is why in other countries, in any culture, whether it is Semitic or Western, any culture, the sanity is not there. Lunatic asylum. One psychiatric doctor, mother, who goes to Australia every 2 months once, she told, Mara, 15 days only I work and I get my 2 months salary. I asked, why Amma, how it is? So many fellows, Swamiji, lunatic fellows. So how you treat it? She told, whatever story you tell in class, that only I share there. So by sharing the stories of the tradition. It is not my story, told by elders. And it gives them soothing effect. They follow more than medicine. This idea, this philosophy, this approach, this attitude, this drishti helps everyone, Swamiji. So that is why the Sanatana Dharma calls everyone. Shrinvant Vishwe Amrutasya Putra. Vango, vango, my dear children of divinity, vango, vango. Understood now? So, it is a wonderful finding that I have someone to love, I have someone to protect, I have someone to know my problems, I have someone to guide me. This is the first thing, discovery for fulfilling our own insecurity and selfish desires. We have not yet started living with Bhagavan. We have found Bhagavan who can fulfill our normal desires or abnormal desires, whatever it may be. Then next stage is what? Next stage is living with that entity. An ordinary devotee, the so-called devotee, the queue wala devotee, the archana plate wala devotee, doesn't live with God. He lives with his own desires and he lives for his fulfillment of his own desires. But now and then Bhagavan becomes the police station or ATM box. Whenever he goes to police station, for what he goes? For protection. Whenever he goes to bank, for what purpose? For getting something. Whenever he goes to a hospital, for what? To love with the doctor? No, no, no. So either Bhagavan becomes a police officer or doctor or bank officer. No relationship possible with these fellows. Can a police official can ask, yesterday you came, why you did not come today to say hello? What is this? We can come to you only when we have problem. If the doctor asks, last week you came, when you are in trouble, I gave medication, you did not come and tell even that you got cured. You did not tell me thanks. Sir, that time itself I paid you fees, na? And you got commission also from my medicine, na? No relationship. Only transaction for selfish end. Understood? We have found out someone to transact with for fulfilling our selfish end. This is the first stage. Shastra says, no problem. At least we found out, na? At least we understood no human being can fulfill your expectation. You found out, na? That's the first stage. Okay, no problem. Finding the infallible entity, Ishvaraha, as our transactional entity for protection, peace and happiness is the first step. Then we have to live with him. Second stage is living with God. Third stage is living for God. Fourth stage is living as God. All these are all possible by one understanding what it is. Idagam sarvam Ishvara. First level of benefit is what? We have found out that infallible entity to transact whenever we are in need. Other time we don't bother about it. Even when bell rings in the temple, reminding you, please come, Arati time is over. No problem, Bhagavan. நீங்க நல்லா இருக்கு. நாங்க வேற வேலையா இருக்கிறோம். No problem. Shastra says, Sanatana Dharma says, no problem. Because Bhagavan is not in need of anything. Okay. That he doesn't expect you have to come and say hello, or you have to respect, or you have to be grateful to him. Nothing expect. If you are happy, he is happy. Okay. So first stage is what? Finding infallible entity. Second stage is living with that infallible entity. Third thing is living for the sake of infallibility entity. அவருக்காகவே வாழணும். இறைவனோடு வாழுதல், இறைவனுக்காக வாழுதல், இறைவனாக வாழுதல். Live with Lord, live for the sake of Lord, live as Lord. These are all the stages which we are going to go through by the simple teaching. What is the teaching? Idagam sarvam is equal to Ishvara. So other three stages we will see in the next class. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Tadeva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam Tadeva Shashvan Manaso Mahotsavam Tadeva Shokarnavam Shochanam Nrina Yaduttama Shloka Yashonugiyate Gopika Jivana Smaranam Govinda Govinda.
अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरिं श्रीहरं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्रं भजे जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्रं भजे अच्युतं केशवं सत्यभामाधवं माधवं श्रीधरं राधिकाराधितं इन्दिरामन्दिरं चेतसा सुन्दरं देवकीनन्दनं नन्दजं सन्ददे देवकीनन्दनं नन्दजं सन्ददे विष्णवे जिष्णवे शङ्किने चक्रिणे रुक्मिणी रागिणे जानकी जानये वल्लभी वल्लभायार्चितायात्मने कंसविध्वंसिने वंशिने ते नमः कंसविध्वंसिने वंशिने ते नमः कृष्ण गोविन्द हे राम नारायण श्रीपते वासुदेवाजित श्रीनिधे अच्युतानन्द हे माधवाधोक्षज द्वारकानायक द्रौपदी रक्षक द्वारकानायक द्रौपदी रक्षक राक्षसक्षोभितसीतया शोभितो दण्डकारण्यभूपुण्यताकारणः लक्ष्मणेनान्वितो वानरैः सेवितो अगस्त्य सम्पूजितो राघवः पातु मामगस्त्य सम्पूजितो राघवः पातु माम् धेनुकारिष्टकारिष्टकृत्वेशिहा केशिहा कंसहृत् वंशिका वादकः पूतना गोपकसूरजाकेरनो बालगोपालक पातु मां सर्वदा बालगोपालक पातु मां सर्वदा विद्युदुद्योतवत्प्रस्फुरद्भाससं प्रावृढं बोधवत् प्रोलसत् विग्रहं वन्यया मालया शोभितोरस्तरं लोहिताङ्घ्रिद्वयं वारिजाक्षं भजे लोहिताङ्घ्रिद्वयं वारिजाक्षं भजे कुञ्जितैर्कुन्दलैर्भाजमानाननं रत्नमौलिं लसत् कुण्डलं गन्धयो हारकेयूरकं कङ्कणप्रोज्ज्वलं किङ्किणीमञ्जुलं श्यामलं तं भजे